What's up, you? What's up, you? Welcome to the Outtake Show. As you can see, if you're watching, you may not be watching, you may be listening, but we're in a different area right now. It may seem that we've relocated. You got myself, the host with the most, Yarman James in the building. We got the silent assassin with me as well, Mazavelli, and we're doing a very special quick video talking about a highlight of Mubi Fest. Now, Mubi Fest is a film festival hosted by, of course, Mubi. They're doing festivals around the world, and today, they're doing a 2-day festival in Manchester. So we're currently in Manchester right now. We've done day one, and as you can see, we are back at the Airbnb late night, just to do a quick little recap of how we thought about today. And of course, we may do this as a split episode and do day one, day two, or we might combine it both, but just give you a little briefing, just telling you guys how things went. So of course, we had day one. I believe it's in a place called the International Factory, or the Factory International. And through there, they had a room full of short films premiering, screening a bunch of short films. Had a DJ set, and it had like an arts table section, which allowed you to make handcrafts and posters, which we have done as well. We have on the table laying around. So we went there pretty early.
Yeah, we went really early. We got some content for you
Yeah,
guys.
we shot a bunch of different stuff. This whole day's been content driven. I can tell we're quite drained right now from it. But we went there quite early, filmed a bunch of content, went on to do the arts table, made some posters, and then from there went to the short films screening. I watched a few short films. Because of the timing, I only saw like
3?
I want to say 2. I can't count the first one because I watched it halfway through.
I mean, I'd seen the first one before.
Well, yeah, you understand.
And to be fair, I'd also seen the last one.
Oh, you want to carry a run through?
We watched, for the short films, we watched the 27 by Flora Anna Butter. 27 by Flora Ann Butter, which was an 11-minute short film, and it was just exploring what it is to be a young adult in a time where it's too costly for you to move out, and it's kind of being that weird limbo situation of being an adult and exploring yourself as a grown person, but then being entrapped into what feels like a childlike state.
Yeah.
And then we also watched Nimic.
Is that that's the teenage one, isn't it?
No, that was the last one we watched.
The teenage one.
Do you have the time?
What do you mean? In the film? Oh, Mimic is the last one, no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But we also watched Nimic.
Yeah, we did watch Mimic. That's a Yusuf film. I don't know about that. I know this guy. I've seen this guy before, but I don't know his name. But it was very bizarre. You've seen it before. Do you have can you explain what that film was about? It's very Yusuf style of like surrealism.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only way I could really understand it was like, in life, our positions are never truly permanent. There's always going to be someone that comes next.
Oh, damn. You took it left.
That's how I saw it.
I think that may actually be it, to be fair.
Because this guy was like, oh yeah, this is my house. And it was like, no, she moved in.
She stole his whole bar. He's asking her, he was in training, just living his day-to-day life, and he's literally just asked for the time. And she said the same thing that he said, and just followed him home and just took his life.
Yeah.
And then he encountered someone else that he felt like, wait, I can do the same thing to this person and take their life. It was very interesting. I love how Yusuf films like the city, and because a lot of these films, I'm compared to both things. Poor Thing's very like fantasy looking, but when he shoots stuff that's meant to be like modern day, he shoots it in such a way where it still feels like a fantasy. I uses the fisheye lens that makes everything warped and it looks everything makes everything look kind of like dystopia type of way, even though it's modern day life.
And it was weird how he made everyday sounds feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like the clicking, the clacking of heels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and he's love for like bodies touching each other. Like the feet.
Yeah.
He does that a lot. When I was watching Kind of Kindness, which is another film he done, he did close-ups of people kissing each other. Like he's really into like the human body and how they interact with one another. So that was a cool watch. Yeah. That was a very cool watch.
And then we also watched Shag Bands, which felt mad nostalgic, man.
Yeah, it was. I didn't like that film though. It got
why?
The pacing was so off. Like we're here, the madness. The madness again.
Yeah.
And it felt like it was jump cutting.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like it was pacing right. There's a lot of sexual abuse in this film. And I just feel like some scenes just like came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah. I agree. Like, I think I understand why it's called Shag Bands. Just for our international audience who don't know what shag bands are.
Yeah.
There were these like coloured bracelets that you'd wear in like secondary school.
Yeah.
And when you snap them, you had to do the action because each colour had a different meaning. Obviously, no one actually did them, but like some people did.
Yeah.
And so in this one, we get this really weird relationship between what was he the stepdad? Or her actual dad?
I think it was the actual dad. Because when she went through the door, he really said, "I am your dad."
But is he or is he a stepdad?
He said, "I am your dad," and it hasn't been. She didn't say anything about stepdad, so
yeah, it was very weird. She had this. Her stepdad. She'd brought her friend over. Her stepdad was there.
Yeah,
and he made them watch porn.
Yeah, but I feel like this film was just trying to find anything that's triggering and just throw it in there. There was no flow. It's a short film. Like you have to know your pacing for a short film.
And it confused me.
Too triggering.
Why her best friend's brother then tried to smother her with the mattress.
Yeah. Then he's like, "I wasn't gonna touch you, you dirty bee." I'm like, what?
I'm confused.
No, it felt like whoever did that film, clearly, God forbid, has been through something and just put a lot of triggering stuff and traumatic stuff in there, which it was too all over the place.
Enough, but like it was
in a short film.
It was just weird. It was all like whoa.
Like the nostalgia of it was good. That baby.
It was 11 minutes.
You just don't know. No.
It was 11 minutes.
It didn't feel like 11 minutes. It felt longer still. It was a trauma. That's not funny. But yeah, we saw that film as well. And then, of course, we saw the main film, which is Crossing. Where's that film from? Is it? Would you say Turkish?
It's a Swedish film based in Istanbul, Turkey. So it follows our protagonist, who is a retired history teacher. She's an older woman.
Yeah.
A retired history teacher who's searching for her niece.
Yeah.
Yes, niece. Her niece in Istanbul, because she's moved over there because of the fact that she had transitioned and was no longer feeling safe in their village in Georgia.
Yeah. And then the whole film kind of follows her and a friend or a student's brother who's apparently wants to help translate, but he just wants to get away from the environment he's in and just goes somewhere else. So these two are on a journey to go find her niece, and it was a really beautifully done tale which touched on the transgender community very well, and it showed the struggles they go through, and it also showed a little bit of love as well. There's a little bit of romance in the mix as well.
Yeah, I think what was direct quote from the director was that it was an exploration of identity and acceptance.
Yeah.
Particularly from what would be the older generation with the younger ones, where, you know, you've had these set of ideals kind of pushed from you from a younger age. And now, as you get older, as a result of your own actions, you realize maybe I should have gone a different route.
Yeah. And it was done really well. You know what I love the most about this film, and there was moments where I was like, oh my gosh, this film's amazing, is the fact that it felt like a butterfly at most times. I think director even mentioned he wanted to make it, us as the audience feel like we're sitting from a distance watching the actions take place. So a lot of times it will focus on, of course, the auntie and the friend looking for the niece, and then it would go away to another character, and you didn't fully know who this character was and what their part plays in the story. Then later on as film goes, it's revealed, and it's kind of like a shock because you thought the character may have been the person they're looking for, but that was never the case. So I love the way that certain things will happen and you follow another character, then you follow the kids, two like poor kids that were like scavenging around because their mother, I believe the mother maybe a sex worker, which just wasn't present for them. So they were just hustling throughout the film, and you saw these two kids was like similar to the cat in friggin' A Quiet Place.
Frodo.
Yeah, just following one character, then connecting that character to the next character. It was honestly, it was a very good, amazing film that I really enjoyed.
It was a very touching, I would say touching film.
Very touching film.
That it kind of made you acknowledge that, well, at least for me, it was that the idea that you can't let outside perspectives stop you from caring about the ones that you love the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I kind of saw it. And it was more being able to appreciate the person in that particular moment than expecting them to come back, because you never know what happens in the future.
Definitely. And also love, just to touch on it, I love how they betrayed like changing the women or the transgender community as a whole. Particularly one of the characters that we follow is a lawyer, and I love the fact that she will say stuff like, I've never done sex work, I'm not a sex worker, I'm just like a lawyer trying to get a degree. And I feel like a lot of times there's a stigma on the transgender community that all they do is sex work. And of course, unfortunately, sex work is kind of like labeled towards transgender people, but there's other roles that they want to do and want to be a part of. So I love that was a nice element added into it. I think all these characters in this film was portrayed quite well, and I really liked how it executed. So unfortunately, I ain't got the director's name up here, but I do want to watch his other stuff because he did another film.
He did a film called Let's Dance, which actually influenced the location of this film.
Yeah.
So Let's Dance kind of follows, again, similar ideas of a queer identifying couple who dance together and worked, or partnerships, should I say?
Yeah.
Who work together. And from the people that he worked with in Let's Dance, he then created Crossings, because some of the people he was working with were saying from their own experiences that they have done sex work in Istanbul. Yeah.
Yeah. What can I say? I love that film. From recording right now, we can actually receive the email from Letterboxd and maybe asking us for confirming a screening for it for next week. And I may pop in again and watch it again.
Which means at least this time I'll have tissues, because I did cry during this film.
Yeah,
I was just thinking, oh my god, like my makeup is running all over my face right now.
Yeah, you did get emotional. Of course, we won't spoil the film for you as a whole, but I would recommend you guys to check it out. I don't have any details on when it's gonna officially be out on Mubi, but do check it out. Mubi is doing like a 3 months for free. So do go on the website to get your subscription to check it out for 3 months. and I believe it'll be out within those 3 months for you guys to check out. But overall, day one of Mubi Fest has been really good. I've enjoyed myself. Manchester is a nice place, a really great place. First time being down here. The rain's not the best, but it comes with it. The good and the bad.
We do live in England.
Yeah, we do. But one time London's sunny, we come to Manchester and it's raining,
pouring.
It's crazy.
But yeah, it's been an experience, and I definitely feel like I'm ready to rest and get ready for day 2.
Yeah, day 2 is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
What are you looking forward to for day 2?
Honestly, the 2 things I'm looking forward to is the Dazed music creatives, the Dazed creatives talk, where we talk with a magazine company called Dazed, and of course Skepta's Tribal Mark. I'm looking forward to that as well. Those are my 2 big highlights. And also, that there's a film called Gasoline that's coming out.
Yes.
I'm interested in seeing it, only because Gasoline Rainbow, that's one of the screeners for tomorrow, which is at 3 p.m. I don't know why. I'm just basing this off the poster. I'm looking forward to that. But the main things is, of course, Dazed and Skepta's short film.
I've been waiting to be watching Tribal Mark for a minute. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see that. And there is another film. What's the last screening?
The last screening is Tribal Marks. No, there's Gasoline, and there's a Q&A screening. It's called In Camera. In Camera. Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see that, because the talent and director, I used to watch his YouTube videos. He recently won a BAFTA.
Nice, congrats.
So kind of interested to see what his works is like outside of working with the BBC space.
Yeah.
And seeing that he has like full creative flow, or at least a lot more creative flow than usual.
Yes, people. Welcome to the Outtake Show. This is day 2 of Mubi Fest. You got the host with the most, Yardman Junes, in the building. And of course, we got the silent assassin, Mazavelli.
Come on.
We have merged these episodes together. So we've got day 1 and day 2. Hopefully, we sound a lot more livelier than we did on day 1, because we literally recorded that one right after the festival. Once we got into the apartment, we were beat, but we thought, you know what, let's just give our thoughts before we go to bed. This time, we're up early.
Back, fresh.
Woken up, ready to go back to London. But before we go, we wanted to give a little recap on Mubi Fest Day 2, which was a very eventful day. Lord of mercy, we did a lot of stuff on that day. Where do we even start? Should we start from the beginning?
Days?
Yeah, we had Dazed. Dazed is the magazine company. They did a collaboration with Mubi, and they did a bunch of talks. So they did 3 different talks. I believe each talk was like 30 minutes long. They did a talk with the directors of the films that we were watching for Mubi Fest, and they did talks with people that work in the industry. So they spoke to people that I think 2 people that worked at Mubi and 2 people that worked at Dazed. That was the first talk. That was quite interesting. They spoke to the lady that does the programming for Mubi. So when you go on the Mubi website and you see the stuff listed there, she does all the stuff for that. And there's a guy that does distribution for Mubi as well. That was quite interesting, hearing the backstory about how they go about distributing all their projects. And then 2 people that work at Dazed, they work in the marketing side of things, so they're planning all their events and stuff. That was a quite interesting talk. Then we had a talk with the directors of all the films that we've watched, which is Crossing, Gasoline, Rainbow, and of course In Camera. So each director was there speaking about their film, and the final talk was behind the scenes with a couple people in the industry. That was a long section of the day. We arrived there quite early. It was cool. There was a lot of freebies going around, a lot of stickers, a lot of posters, logo magazine. The posters were huge, and I was like, bro, I want this poster, but
It was enormous. Like they had Tala, they had Naomi, they had
and that football player that I don't know much about football, but you.
it's Jordan's little brother. He's actually playing for England today.
Yeah,
it's coming home.
Today is the final game, so hopefully when this comes out, we've won. Yeah, we bloody won. We did it. Yeah. It came home. And if it didn't, man,
damn.
oh no.
Come on,
I can't
ref.
believe it.
Come on, ref.
That's all the ref's fault. It's a scam. Always knew it was a scam.
Bloody VAR.
Oh, VAR, you ruined it again. But yes, we had a bunch of talks during the Mubi Festival, of course. And then after that, I believe we watched the film.
Mm-hmm.
That film was Gasoline Rainbow.
Yes.
So like I said before, Dazed did a collaboration with Mubi, and one of the two directors were there.
The Ross brothers.
Yeah, the brothers were there speaking, and they spoke before we actually got to watch the film, which was pretty cool. And honestly, the chemistry they had with each other, I just knew the film was going to be good. I was so excited. I was telling you, I can't wait to watch this film, because they had their classic like brother like relationship.
Mm-hmm.
One will talk over the other. You can see one person knows how to handle the interviews, and the other one is kind of like, I'm here and I'm cool.
I'm just vibing.
Yeah, I'm just vibing.
I'm here for the good times.
And they knew what their weak and strengths were. He would hand it off to him. It was really interesting. What's so interesting about their film is that they've cast non-professional actors. And if you know anything about me, that is my bag. I'm very biased when it comes to those type of films. I always love those films quite a lot, because the sense of realness those films have is just something that I will see for myself if I ever was to make a short film or a feature film. That's kind of the approach I would go for. So we watched that, and it was probably I think it was 3 hours, or maybe on the cusp of 3 hours. But it was a docu style feature film.
No.
It was scripted film that followed a bunch of young teenagers that lived in Oregon, and they went off on a journey outside of their hometown as a last days before they have to get jobs. So
be real adults, you know.
Yeah, before they be real adults, let's go out to the city and see things. And the way it was shot was very docu style, and it was a beautiful story, just talking about youth and the fears of the future. And
it wasn't even just like about youth. It's the idea of taking ownership of yourself as you go into adulthood, because it's either like you stick to what everyone else is, or you accept yourself being different and then kind of expanding on who you are from that. Yeah,
that's true. Because a lot of them had their little like moments within the film. It was quite cute. Like these young kids, like they were like, we don't want to go back. Then one person was like, I miss my mum's hugs. I was like,
I miss my little brothers.
Yeah, I want to see my brothers again. They were having real experiences. So after the film, the directors gave a Q&A, and they spoke about a lot of these. Of course, they're unprofessional actors. So their whole process with making this film was simply structuring the story and kind of putting them into places, and whether they feel or want to say happens. So a lot of them experience real things in the film. I think they even mentioned one of the kids that they had in the film, their father got deported, and they spoke about, they didn't even know that her father got deported, but she shared that in the film because they got another person that's also a non-professional actor to speak to her, and it kind of opened up to mention that. And we found out later on that she ended up going Mexico to see her father. So she actually
as a result of the film.
Yeah.
So like the film genuinely had an impact on this one person's life.
Yeah.
And I think when the film was being created, as she was discussing her father's deportation, she said something like she hadn't seen him for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like so much different conversations happen within the film, and it's only like 1 hour 46 minutes.
Oh, is it? That's how long it is? It felt long. I was like, okay, we're going for a journey right now, because there was a lot of times where there was a lot of use of music. There was not that much dialogue, and I think that's what kind of like drove the story of like, we just have music sit here and you just see visuals of them just hanging out and having small conversations. And sometimes it felt so real. I think most of it was essentially like a documentary at some points, because there was one scene where they're talking to a skater and the kids were literally just walking. There was a long shot, a long take where the kids were just walking down the road talking to each other, and they see a guy skating and they start talking to him. And I swear, I don't think that was planned. I feel like they just spoke to him and they connected with him and they were like, hey, do you want to be in a film? I wish someone actually asked that. I should ask that during the Q&A. Because that didn't feel like a character that was meant to be in the story. It felt like he was just there and it's like, hey, let's just bring him along with the journey. And honestly, I really enjoyed it. We did some print art and on day one, I don't think we mentioned it on the day one episode, but we did some print art where we printed some posters. We did one for After Sun and we did one for Gasoline Rainbow, which at the time the film wasn't out yet, so no one wanted to do the prints for that. But my man Junior, he foresaw the future. He did a print, and obviously I got the poster of that. So I'm happy the film's good. Happy the film's great that I have that poster now, because that film was trash.
Don't be slandering the film. If
it was trash and I had that poster, then damn.
No, the rookie mistake was that he didn't bring the poster to get it signed by the director.
Oh my god, I did not do that. You mentioned this now.
I could have said it on the day, but I know that would have annoyed you even more. So like, why would I say that?
Oh, it's an L. Where's the button?
It's definitely a no.
I messed up, man. I messed up. But yes, really great film. I enjoyed it a lot. So it's the Ross brothers. So I always say Russo. The Ross brothers. They did some films in the past that I'm definitely going to look back at and check out because I love their film style. But once it's out on Mubi, I believe it'll be out on Mubi or be out in cinemas sometime in the UK. We'll guys let you know on all socials. After that, we went on to watch a bunch of shorts. I think we went straight on to watch Travel Mark.
Yeah, straight away.
Is that directed by Skepta?
1 second, just a quick moment.
Is either directed
to verify.
or produced by Skepta, which is a short film.
So he's also a director.
Yeah.
He's also got Hector Dockrell. It's got a bunch of people working on it in terms of direction. This is an actual short though. Like it's only 24. I mean, for a short, it's long, but it's 24 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's a start of a segment. It's just the beginning of a larger project, as highlighted.
Yeah, I think it's more like it's a treatment for the big feature.
Yeah.
I think the main theme is that there's always been rumors about having a black James Bond, and it's been talks by it, and I think his name's been brought up by Black James Bond. Obviously, Idris Elba has been brought up as Black James Bond, and I think Skepta is like, you know what, I want to make my own character, and this is the character he's making called Tribal Mark. My name is Mark. Tribal Mark. And it was a very good story. He followed him from his youth to his adulthood. I won't give any spoilers about it because of course it's not out yet, and I'm not sure what they're planning to do with this short yet, but so far they've only showed it in the UK in Everyman Cinema in London. Sorry, they showed it in London in Everyman Cinema.
And there's been a few viewings up, but like so limited. What does it feel like to be a part of the exclusive club? Come on.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels good.
This has been on my list for a minute. So I'm really excited that we got a chance to watch it, because at that point I thought, yeah, we're not going to be able to see this.
Yeah, looking tacky because obviously this was in a different room than the main films, but that room was getting crowded because everyone was building up to go watch it. Of course, like Maz said, it's only been a limited release and it's been limited seats for it, so we were lined up ready to get inside, and luckily we got inside to go watch it. And I enjoyed it a lot. I won't give any spoilers. I won't give too much about the plot because that might be a spoiler within itself. But it is a good short. I hope that it leads to a feature film.
Yeah, I want it to be something bigger. I think that the casting was phenomenal because,
it's good casting.
I can't say too much.
Yeah.
But the casting is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I do find it interesting that at the beginning they had to be like, this isn't based on Skepta's real life, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, because people will assume.
Because and I'm saying, because there were some scenes where like, wait, that's not Skepta's life,
Yeah. I mean, he's, just to add, Skepta was born in England, okay? He's British born.
Fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes out, if it comes out for everyone to watch, please do go check it out. It was really good. We all enjoyed it. And let's hope that it leads to a feature film, because I think that would be incredible. After that, I think it was literally it was back to back.
Yeah.
Bruv, there was a point where I think in between the talks, the Dazed talks and Gasoline, Rainbow, I had to like chug a sandwich. I had to eat a sandwich quick in between before the next screening, but
because it got busy, man.
yeah,
it got so busy.
I think it was like little 20 minutes in between certain stuff. So after Tribal Mark, we went straight to watch the last main film, and that was in camera. This follows a story of an actor. Wait, how do you explain this film? I feel like you know this film a lot more than. Cause when after that film, I was asking you bare questions.
Yeah, like I was asking the director question and I still couldn't. Yeah. I feel like for me, it felt like a fever dream where it was exploring someone who'd like placed themselves. Like obviously, when you're an actor, you're already put into certain boxes anyway.
Yeah.
But then in this instance, he'd kind of made himself smaller.
Yeah.
And was catering himself to other people. So then once he himself decided to put a bit of direction for himself, that's when things started to open up a bit more.
Yeah, it was very bizarre. His character was very weird.
It's a lot of surrealism in this one. So like if you want some fourth wall breaking, avant-garde, you're confused, you have no idea what's going on, and just complete escape from your current reality, and this is the film.
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna have to digest that again, bro. Why did you bring it up like that?
Mike's rubbing on your shirt a little bit. When I bring up again, because it was part of the Mubi Fest. That was the last one. You might fail. Technical difficulties. We'll be right back after this commercial break. But yeah, Mubi was the last film of the festival. It was very honestly, I can't really explain what this film was about. The main theme I took from watching this film was the fact that it followed an actor and their career, and it really looked into the dark in the windows of what it means to be an actor, the use of someone hiring someone to be someone else and using that person as a tool, as an instrument to perform wherever it is they want them to perform. And that's what I kind of took from it.
I think it was also really interesting that this is obviously off very, very like off guard conversation in the Q&A, but the protagonist described one part of it as being emotional prostitution, which is like really interesting.
That's
because
a statement. Should call that name of the episode.
In what? Emotional prostitution?
Mubi Fest, emotional prostitution.
Oh, God.
Shout Mubi.
Moving on swiftly. So the thing that was like really interesting was that in my head I was like, oh, that's an interesting way of wording it, because the term actress in some languages actually means prostitute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, but like that's not a new thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, ultimately it's just an exchange and one person is having to do a performance.
Yeah.
So.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
So you followed that character and we followed a doctor as well. Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know which characters were actually real.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, what I love and hate what the director said, because I feel like I may do this if I ever was to make a film, but I loved how he didn't want to give anything away, and he just said, wherever you interpret from the film, then that's what it is for you. And there's a lot of directors off my head, I can't think of any off my head right now, but there's a lot of directors that follow this. I think Jordan Peele is another one actually that follows this pattern of like, I put all these symbolisms in this film. I'm never going to tell you what they actually mean, but you take it for what you determine it to be. It's like looking at a painting on the wall. We're all going to see the painting differently. And there's no point of giving a defined answer. We don't need a defined answer. So what I took from the doctor's thing was that he was just overworking himself with the crazy hours he was doing, and he was like, I think this film touched a lot about different job roles and how they can take a toll on you.
And pressure.
Yeah, like financially trying to make money and trying to pay your bills and whatnot. And I thought, it was a really good film. The actor did a phenomenal job. I would love to bring up his name, but I'm horrible at names, and I just really don't want to mess up his name.
I don't want to do either.
I don't want to mess up his name at all.
And it was just very weird because hold on, should I do it? Am I gonna do it?
What's this? Are you gonna let
No.
Oh, pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Well, you said
Nahib.
Nahib, is that the actor?
Nahid.
Apologies if we said it wrong.
I'm so sorry.
We just feel like we should say your name.
Yeah. Like, no, because you actually did a phenomenal job. Hold on one second.
No.
Naqqash Khalid. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You were really cool as well.
No, he was really cool.
Yeah.
Your performance was amazing. Of course, he's playing an actor and he had to play different roles. He's playing an actor.
That was the
director. Oh, my bad. Oh, see, let's start again.
Cut it.
Nah, I'm playing. We keep it in. Shout out director was sick. You know what? This whole festival, I feel like there's every director in terms of the main film we've watched. I'm gonna take a mental note to watch their previous stuff or just follow their career. I really enjoyed myself during this festival. I can't say anything that I didn't like. It was fun. I don't really go to much festivals, so this was kind of like a first for me. I definitely haven't been one for a very long time, but overall it was very enjoyable. Like, there was a lot of good films. People there were so cool, so nice, and the little activities they had around there was amazing. And Manchester, I haven't been in Manchester before, and Manchester is a beautiful place. I will say it rains quite a lot, but I guess
it rained.
It does that in London as well.
It rained so much that I was surprised when I saw sun.
Yeah, you was like, oh, the sun.
I took a picture because I saw sun.
You must knock this down. Manchester is a beautiful place, though.
Yeah.
The architecture here is amazing. It's a great place to be. I'd love to come down here again. But Mubi, congratulations. I believe this is your first festival. You did a great job. We enjoyed ourselves quite a lot. As you don't know, you may not know, we're huge Mubi fans. On day one, we arrived extra early while they were setting up, just shooting content, just getting stuff down, just chilling. We enjoyed ourselves quite a lot. Congratulations once again. They are doing a bunch of festivals around the world, so do check them out on the website. I believe they're doing places like Mexico. I think it said Mexico City, Berlin, around Europe. So they're taking it all around the world.
It's global thing, bro.
Yeah. Hopefully we can do one overseas. That'll be quite interesting. But do check out Mubi. I think they're doing a thing now where they're doing a 3 months free subscription. So if you're kind of thinking, I'm not too sure, do check out the trial, the free 3 months trial, so you could check out their films and see what you like. I would recommend checking out After Sun. Of course, that's one of the big
Priscilla's
ones.
on there. I mean,
Priscilla,
we already did a review on that.
amazing.
That was a really good one.
Of course, Shiva Baby, which is
Yeah.
probably the first film I ever watched on Movie, which is really good. Those are the main ones, but there's others amazing
Ghost in the
films.
Shell, bro.
It's on there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, they got bangers on there, so do check it out. Until next time, we bid you adieu.
Yeah, we got a pack, bruv.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. But thanks you guys for listening, and until next time, peace.
Bye.